Hey, we back again.
Yes.
Ivan, I'm back far enough, or I need to go back a little bit more. You're fine. I'm good. All right. Well, hey, we here this goddamn thing. We are on the run, eating. We are at UED Studios. Right. We got my boy P-Boy. He's secretly doing something behind the scenes that's involving music. So that's why you don't see the G4 Elite headquarters. We are on the run. But that's all right, though. We got something special. We got my man.
Be
who?
Wait a minute. Why you got an extra large?
Don't act like that.
I don't know nothing
you ain't
about
my sister,
it.
but I'm packing around here. What you talking about?
That's the only size he rocks.
That's the only size, even with the man.
Some people be rocking with extra larges, don't even need extra larges. Y'all know what I'm talking about, ladies.
Well, hey, I'm not one of those guys. Okay.
I'm not one of those.
Okay.
I'm a grower, not a shower.
Okay.
Big fat.
Hey, could you properly introduce you? Give us your first and last name and who you are.
My name is Jason Panda. I'm the founder and owner of B Condoms, the only black-owned condom company in the country.
Hey.
Yes.
That's dope, man. That's
it
dope.
ain't just any condoms. Tell us about those condoms, man.
Yeah, they're odorless, they're vegan friendly, they're all natural, no animal byproducts. They're pH friendly, so the ladies, they'll work real well with your pH.
Yeah,
you ain't gonna have to worry about it messing up your bodies or what you're putting inside your body.
Oh,
yes. We got sizes for everybody. For the dudes that need bigger condoms, we got the XL, the Platinum XL.
What about the small ones?
We got those as well. That's the biggest condom in the U.S. If you go online, we also got our Snugger Fit. That's for like the guys that, a little bit on the small size,
Baby toe.
You got sheepskin?
Nah. We ain't got sheepskin.
No animal
we got ribbed, we got studded, we got sensitive, we got thin. We got extra strength.
Ooh.
We got our classic. We basically got something for everybody.
Oh, yes.
That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, man, be safe.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
Well, the way this thing works is we have a little round table of conversations that's going on, and we invite our guests to have a say in it, and then from that we get into what you do.
All right, perfect.
You with it? You with it?
I'm with it. Let's tap in.
Let's go, Francis. What's going on?
Okay, well, we want to get into the BET Awards. Queen Latifah, she just accepted a Lifetime 2021 Achievement Award.
That's
so
good.
big ups to Queen Latifah.
UNITY.
Hey. UNITY. That's a unity.
What y'all know about Queen Latifah though, for real?
All right.
Yeah, I always love Set It Off.
Why not? Yeah, I'm about to say, why not?
I think she deserves it.
As a rapper,
Yes.
Stay lit ever since.
I think she's a good actress too, though.
Yeah.
She's really transformed into a great actress. What y'all think?
Yes.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
She's going
That
crazy.
crazy too.
Yeah.
Set It Off was a classic.
Yes.
What's your favorite Queen Latifah movie? You just said Set It Off. Give me that's your one?
That's my one.
She killed it.
That ending was crazy.
It was.
Yeah, it was so sad.
She went out like straight
like OG.
Straight G.
Dang, man, I just had a flashback.
All the studs was in love with Queen Latifah, boy. She got so much. She's allegedly a lesbian, so I know she got a lot off that Set It Off movie.
She keep a bad one on the side.
But that was back in the day, and I knew that she was on because she played that role so good.
She did.
And then next thing you know, years later, she just popped out with a girlfriend.
And her girlfriend bad too. I ain't even gonna cap.
Yeah.
She keep a bad one.
She gotta have a bad one. So we want to say congratulations to Cardi B and Offset on their second baby. She popped out at the BET Awards like it's up, then it's up, then it's up, then
It's up, all right.
What? Yeah, that's how she popped out, man. Like, come on, Cardi. Like,
She on baby number 2.
Yes, baby number 2.
When you're successful, and she proved to the world that you can have a baby and still be successful. Hey, keep it going, I guess. She's keeping it moving.
And she did it during that pandemic where she didn't have to worry about it hurting her money.
It didn't hurt
nothing. Yeah.
It didn't hurt
now
nothing.
get ready to open back up.
Right.
So just drop that baby and go back to making that bread.
Yeah.
That was smart.
Let me ask y'all a personal question. This is me. She always I be talking about people money. Who got more money? You think Cardi B or her husband? What's his name?
Cardi B.
You think Cardi B
Yeah,
got
of
more?
Lady money
course.
is long, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. Migos was running before she had even came out though.
But no, she just came.
She
Boom.
independent. She ain't got to split with
she is
nobody.
up.
Yeah,
Just Google it. Yeah.
I'm saying she's not a group. She's not in a group.
Oh yeah, she's not.
Migos is
Yeah.
3, Cardi B is 1.
Right,
She
right.
cut that whole check by herself.
Yeah.
Damn right.
That's crazy. Salute to Cardi B, man.
Yeah, salute to Cardi B. Congratulations to your baby.
You think the baby gonna be called Culture too?
Culture?
Her
No,
name Culture, right?
we don't know. Okay, so let's talk about Atlanta Airport. How these ladies done went out and got the surgery. It was so many girls in the airport. The news people went and had to they ran out of the wheelchairs to transport the girls.
Yes.
From everybody gonna get their body done. They made it to the news. They went viral. Because they was just all backed up at the airport. So shout out to these ladies who's getting their bodies done. Yes, lady, get your bodies done. Don't
Man,
even
listen,
play with them this summer.
I want to explain it. Did you see the?
I didn't see that image, man.
It was about
About
14 girls sitting down with
28.
rolling in with wheelchairs coming in from what it was coming from another country or something, getting their body done.
Yes. They were coming from Miami and Mexico.
What is wrong with going to the gym?
I mean, sometimes you can go to the gym a lot, but some saggy fat just do not disappear, and the doctor recommend that you go ahead and get that snatch. Or you just tired. Yeah, the doctor. No, the doctor can be like, well, it don't matter how much you work out, it's still gonna be some sag. That is like somebody lose 300 pounds.
Yeah.
It's you have to go get some of that stuff cut off. I'm not making excuses, but I'm trying to get the surgery done because I want to be snatched.
So why the surge though? You think it's these the PPP loans?
I think it's
these loans going crazy. Where's the money coming from?
Well, I think they got the unemployment.
Coming back.
Yeah, unemployment stimulus, PPP. Sell your food stamps. I want to buy some $40 crab legs.
And then dudes is going crazy with tricking off. I ain't even gonna count. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's gonna went up.
Yeah, the prices went up on everything. Period.
What you gotta say about that, people? You got quiet on that booty talk.
Nah, I ain't doing nothing, man. I ain't got nothing to say. I'm just over here vibing.
Okay.
You done paid for a few of them?
Yeah, he not here. Secretly,
Why we got
he's secretly.
Y'all, I was trying to be
He's secretly doing his thing over there.
I do my thing.
Super trick.
Light
Light skinned dudes be tricking.
Drake, Chris Brown over there, Plies.
Crazy. Salute to the girls that's getting their body done. I like fine women, so I ain't even mad at fine women. Hey, however way you do it, as long as you look good in it.
I fought that shit. Listen, man, I will say this, and I was trying to hold my peace because this is a sensitive subject. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I will say this, I do like a confident woman. I mean, we're not perfect. Nobody on here perfect. You know what I'm saying?
Right?
So you
Yeah.
gotta work with your flaws.
Right.
I got a few flaws myself.
Yeah.
So you gotta rock with your flaws, man.
Yeah.
Niggas like, you know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna let that slide.
You got a lot of
We ain't letting that
flaws.
slide.
That's
You
my
gonna
partner
give me
though.
space for that shit.
That's my partner
Give me
though.
the space,
I fuck
nigga. You
with
got
her.
something you want to say?
Nah, I ain't got nothing to say. Though. I ain't got nothing to say.
Nah, go ahead, move on. Man.
What you got to
Yeah, but be a confident
It's
woman.
getting hot up in here.
That confidence is key.
Confidence is key, man.
Shout out to B Condoms. They held a national HIV free testing at Walmart yesterday. So shout out to you, Jason, and your crew.
Yeah, you partnering up to combat HIV.
Yeah. So we brought out a couple of food trucks, Black Skin, run by these two cool ass black girls that have a mix of Mexican and African American food.
Okay.
They like tacos, whatever influence.
Okay.
So we partnered up with them. Walmart, we brought in the Cobb and Douglas Department of Health.
Okay.
And another nonprofit, and they were doing free HIV testing, free STD testing, giving away free food, giving away free slushes, and everybody kind of came out. It was a real cool event we did at Walmart.
Salute to you, man.
Nah,
Yes,
we're trying to
salute.
do our part to protect the culture.
Of course.
Let me ask you a question though. Is HIV still out here though? Cause I ain't been seeing no. I'm just asking. I ain't seen.
No, it's just PPP, mom.
Ain't no one talking serious about
I'm just asking though.
They're not talking about that. They're only talking about COVID right now. COVID.
People supposed to I remember there was a website where you had to be public record if you got diagnosed with HIV, right? Is that still around?
No, yeah. So they don't know.
You think HIV still out here though?
No, it is.
He's in the condom business.
Nah, I'll tell you.
I'll
And with us, we do a lot of community work as well.
Okay.
Right? Atlanta has some of the highest rates, comparable to sub-Saharan Africa.
Damn.
Right?
Wow.
We
competing with Africa with AIDS?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Atlanta, it's
Y'all better use these.
Y'all African men better stay away from me.
Condoms.
In real talk, it's real. What happened is the kind of virus transition from where it was primarily amongst the white community. Now it's all black. So 40, even though we represent about 13% of the population, about 40% of new cases are African American.
Yeah.
So
That's
we
crazy.
heavily over-index.
So you're right.
So you look at so a lot of people are testing positive. They just ain't letting people know.
Keep your pack.
Because what a lot of folks are doing you can take a prep.
You can take pills.
Right, and so they'll take the prep or whatever. What that does is get viral over look.
And it's undetectable, right?
And it gets to a point at which it can almost be undetectable in some people or whatever as well.
Mm.
So that's one of the things. So, but yeah, it's definitely still out here. But even if not to use a condom for that, there's still a lot of other STDs. You got herpes, which is still permanent.
Stupid bad.
You got syphilis, which is kind of making a comeback.
Gonorrhea.
Yeah, warts. Yes. You may be able to take pills or whatever to get rid of chlamydia or some of the other stuff.
Right.
Herpes ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, they ain't going nowhere. You can still get outbreaks.
And then we don't want to just get pregnant, get people pregnant out there.
It's a hot boy, hot girl summer.
Ladies, don't let these guys.
Come back to haunt you.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Ladies,
I can't get out the country. Right
don't let
now.
these guys trap y'all with these things.
Yeah, nah, it's real.
We got a whole event going on back there, but we still gonna keep rocking though. Let's go. What's next?
Ohio man arrested on burglary charges after allegedly paying stripper dancers counterfeit money at the strip club.
Wow.
Now, if somebody give me fake money,
That's crazy.
But he had them usher bucks. You can't knock.
No. This is a whole new thing.
Yeah.
Oh, the Usher buck was.
Yeah.
That was.
so like, yeah, at this point, I think he got Usher Connect. Because if somebody give me fake money,
with the counterfeit, though?
and I done did all this twerking and get home and the money fake, oh my gosh.
That's
So
crazy.
you ever had anybody give you fake money? You ever catch anybody like that?
No. Only way I probably use some fake money, like if I'm going to a store and somebody gave it to them and they give me change back or something like that. But like for you to actually give me fake money, like I gotta run. When you give me money, I'm gonna run my money through a scanner.
Serious?
Like no, I'm not joking.
How you gonna run it through it?
I'm joking. I'm just joking. I'm gonna start. Yeah, I'm just joking.
You on the water.
So look.
Oh, my bad. Sorry about that.
We gonna get into Jason from B Condoms and let him tell you all about what he have going on and how y'all can protect yourself and how y'all ladies use these condoms. Cause if not, you gonna be pregnant and I'm just gonna have my hot girl summer. Period.
How we looking at
all the dudes?
Period.
All right, cool. No, I think I knocked it out. All right, so let me ask you a question then. Why B condoms? Why the name B condoms?
The letter. it can be that as well, but like when I first came up with it, I wanted something that would be like inclusive yet like also kind of resonate. So you can be cool, you can be safe, you can be whatever you want to be, just be healthy. But then I also kind of like I kind of watched the game from afar, so I was studying like people like a Master P or a Damon John.
Yeah.
So when David John had FUBU, it was a way of saying for us, by us, without necessarily saying.
Facts.
Right? So like with this, I was like, B condoms could also be black.
Be
right?
cool.
Without necessarily saying it. So one person may see it to be black, and other people may see it to be cool, be safe, be yourself, just be whatever you want to be, just be healthy.
Facts.
Okay, so right now y'all celebrate your 10-year anniversary.
Yeah, 10 years.
Congratulations.
10 years of riding, man. I started out of my apartment.
You've been doing this for 10 years?
10 years.
Yes.
Wow.
I moved silently. Last year we did about 40 million condoms.
Wow.
Right? Like, yeah, all throughout government.
40 million?
Wow, 40
And the
million.
government the government take care of. They cut the check.
Yeah.
That's even better.
So anytime you
That don't bounce.
Yeah, so like like we'll partner up. Like let me give you an example, right? Like we'll do like a community event, like what we did.
Right.
The way that generally works is they'll buy from me and then they'll give them out for free, right? And then we'll partner up with them, do community events and all of that as part of our gift bag.
Okay.
But yeah, any condom that you get for free, a lot of times if you get it from a health clinic, you get it from a nonprofit, you get it from any one of them kind of channels or whatever, then a third of the country comes through me.
Oh, wow.
So like you name Louisiana, Mississippi, Tennessee.
Salute to you, bro.
South Carolina. Nah, I
I'm
appreciate
proud of you,
it,
The
man.
government bought it from you, put it in health.
How did you even get that connection to the government? Were you in the military?
Like no military, no. I almost failed, right? So like when I first started the business, right?
Too much going on.
Okay. I had to interrupt you. I thought he didn't play the music.
Nah, it's too much.
They said it's enough.
Oh yeah, nah, my bad. So when I first started, I literally started it out of my crib, right? Like my first set of thing was like samples. I was living in New York at that point, and I was just going like, I don't know if y'all ever been in New York, but we have the maps.
Right.
So I was going bodega to bodega because the only model I kind of knew was the master P model, kind of like just selling them out of your trunk.
That's how we do it. So,
And literally, and that's how I kind of built it up. But what happened was a lot of them bodegas, you know, they run by Indians, they run by Arabs, they run by like Asians. They weren't trying to buy, so they only put it on consignment. Right?
Oh,
But I
wow.
didn't have no money for marketing, so the business was failing, right?
facts.
So then what happened was when I was doing that, I was also like the nonprofits were able to hear about what we were doing in the street. And they were like, you know, but nonprofit wasn't sexy, right? What happens is first thing anybody asks, where they buying your condoms? Like where can I get where they available? You ain't trying to say, you know, like like PMOG, like some of the like the nonprofit, it just wasn't sexy like that.
Right.
But what happened was when the business was failing, I was either gonna have to go back. There were times in which I had a day job and I was having to do this at night. Right? They ain't had no big money, ain't had no big backers, like literally out of the mud.
Facts.
So I looked at it and I was like, yo, the only way I can kind of get a salary from this is to get some stable revenue. And the only people that would have gave me stable revenue were the government. Right? Because I looked and I was like, yo, imagine that. We were the only black-owned condom company.
Yeah.
Right? So I was like, yo, imagine if I get a government contract and it also didn't require marketing.
Yeah.
So our one weakness could then become a strength and I could be
Right.
able to get my money right.
That's your foundation right there.
That's
Solidify the
my
foundation.
Now you
that's
really
my
found
foundation.
Anything else
Right?
come as that?
Stacked up, you know, got my warehouse, all of that type of stuff was really able to kind of like build out at that point. Government wasn't requiring me to do marketing, so like I was able to build out some of the other parts of the business. And then what happened was, you know, when they had the George Floyd, all of that other stuff, I moved to Atlanta like last June.
Dope.
Right? And then there was kind of like a big buy black movement. Everybody was like, yo, they wanted to support black business.
Black.
So even though like no one had ever heard about me and I was kind of like that dude kind of just building quietly, silently from behind,
Yeah.
I was the only retail ready condom company to be able to add that diversity.
Dope.
Right? So like
Right
all
on
of that
time.
time where like, you know, a lot of times people say like, you know, luck is kind of like when preparation meets opportunity.
That's it.
Right? Like I've been putting in all of them hours in the dark, kind of like no one knew about me, nobody knew about that grind. And then when the moment hit, I was ready for it.
Yeah.
So, you know, now you'll be able to find us at almost at every Walmart.
Man, you everywhere, bro.
And
Yes.
in Georgia, we're doing heavy on
You
the
everywhere.
marketing side.
You
And
at Walmart?
Yeah, we're in Walmart.
Yeah, he just got in Walmart.
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't use condoms.
so what are these made in the USA or what?
No. They're made in Thailand and Malaysia. So like
Okay.
these ones are some like government ones are made in Malaysia, but our retail ones are made in Thailand.
Dope.
So-
Yeah, so and I run the whole supply chain, right? So I can literally walk you like when I first. A lot of people be like, yo, like what you do when you first started the company, right? My thing was always about a direct connect.
That's
Right,
it.
because I always like you study Frank. Like
I was gonna say Frank Lucas. He
like,
went
I
over
always-
there. He got that
I
connect.
always- yeah, no, real talk. Like
Real
that's just
shit.
how my mind works.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
So like I was like, yo, I can't get into the game if I don't understand what it looks like.
Facts.
Right? So like I went on Google, like, you know, ain't nobody gonna teach you the game, so a lot of times you gotta learn it yourself.
Facts.
Like now, you know, we bring in containers. The first time we brought in a container, me and my boys showed up at the port with a U-Haul. Right? Nobody told us that you just can't show up at the port to pick up your own stuff.
Well,
Right?
how'd you get it?
goodness.
How'd you end up getting it?
And we ended up having to go through a customs broker and then had to go through a regular trucking company.
Wow.
But like I taught myself, so literally when I came up with the company, I went to Google, right? I was like, yo, condom manufacturers around the globe. I printed down 15.
Google.
Right?
Google's-
From
Google's-
Google. And I
yeah.
went to China, Thailand, and Malaysia.
You went yourself.
My solo
Funded
go.
yourself.
Yep.
That's dope, man.
And that's why like now I can walk you all the way from a rubber tree all the way down to the packaging. I can tell you where we're strong. I can tell you where our competition is weak.
A rubber tree.
Yeah, so
A
like
tree grows rubber.
yeah, you ever see like syrup trees? Like, you
Yeah, I
ever
know
see like
syrup,
yeah.
it's exactly the same type of thing.
Wow.
Right? So what they'll actually do is kind of like a straw, right? They'll poke it into the inside the tree and then you'll have a little cup, right? Where like all the natural rubber latex will flow through like the straw into the little cup. And you'll see these trees for like literally half a mile away. And it's called a rubber plantation. Because that same rubber can be used to make cars, it can be used to make gloves, it
Yeah.
can be used to make
Like
tires.
tires.
Paper.
I was about to say tires.
Yeah, like
Not paper.
all of that.
Trees
comes
make
from
paper.
I'm gonna beat you up.
Trees make paper.
Rubber tree make paper.
Yeah.
I'm fucking with you.
Like,
All right, so let me ask you a nasty question. Were you a freak? What made you want to be making condoms? Cause I'm nasty, and I wanted my own condom thing too
yeah,
for my
no.
G4 Elite brand.
With,
And I'm a freak. So.
I'm a business guy. Right?
Okay,
Like,
okay.
So for me, before this, I'd had like when my original career, I used to do law, right? So I went to law law school. I'm like licensed to practice.
God.
You got that energy on you.
I ain't practiced law in 10 years.
Okay.
Right? Like since I had the company, I left law. I was making $200,000. I left that to make zero. Right? Like to build this. But what happened was, I wanted a business, right, that I'd be able to work within the black community, right, because I had dealt with racism and all of that up north, so I really wasn't trying to like sell into the broader community, at least initially, because I needed a consolidated base. And then I wanted something that I'd be able to give back and something that would allow me to be able to travel globally, right? So I looked at two things, and I wanted something recession-proof. Because when I started, that's when Jeezy was talking about the recession, when he was tight, that's what going out of business. Like
I could tell you have a hip hop influence, so
Like-
hip hop
like-
influenced you a lot to
Nah, like-
start your
like,
business, or just
the
hustle in them.
Not even it's the black male experience, right?
Gotcha.
Like, you know, I'm not a rapper. I don't play ball.
Yeah.
I got this, and I got my hustle.
That's it.
Right. So like, where a lot of people like, I never wanted to be a rapper. I never had a jump shot. Like I wasn't running track. So like,
But you wanted that bag.
I wanted that bag, and then you had to kind of figure out like how do you get it. Like
Yeah.
I think that's the hard thing when you're talking about black dudes, right?
Yeah,
Like,
trying to find their niche.
what's our niche? Like at the end of the day, we're all looking for the same thing.
Yeah.
Right? So like when I looked at it, I looked at two things. I looked at caskets and condoms. Why? Because caskets, I'm like, yo, the richest cats in the black community were always the funeral homeowners and the number
That's
runners.
true. No, that's true.
Right? So when I looked, I was like, yo, I couldn't think of a black-owned casket company. But I'm not a religious dude. You ain't gonna find me in church. You know, you'd have to sell through that network.
Yeah.
Right? And then
Gotcha.
the other network that I looked at was like condoms. Why people are gonna have sex and people are gonna die.
Yeah.
And these are niches that you can stay within the black community and still make an extraordinary bag.
Ton of money.
Right? So
Yes.
when I looked at it, and then I looked at like being able to move the distribution system, and I was like, yo, a container I can fit 30 caskets, but a container of condoms I can fit 1.5 million.
Wow.
Right? So it's like, and then
Make
I
more
was like,
sense.
exactly. And I'm like, yo, why not have something where you can create impact on the ground? Because
Yes.
ain't nobody talking about like what's happening in our community. You look at some of my competitors like Trojan, they don't even have black people that work for them.
Yeah.
Right? Like just real talk. They may play a sponsor. Yes, I hire more black people than all of them combined.
I believe it.
Right?
Yeah.
So like when I looked at it, I was like, yo, I can
And he's
create-
gonna hire us.
Yeah, I can create a
Going to
good
work.
community. I can make my bag and I can still be around my people and be comfortable.
Dope.
Right? So for me, it checked off all of the boxes that were important to me.
Yes.
I didn't realize it was going to take me this long to be able to grow.
Take time.
Right? But like that's like everything. You look at like Cash Money, 10 years. You look at like you look at all these big
That's
kind
true.
of like people that were able to build from bottom up. You got to put in that time.
So talk about that 5-year mark when you was in the 5 year. Were you ever thinking about giving up, or you just say, you know, I
I
gotta
lost
keep
2
going?
partners in the first 5 years.
I can believe it.
Right? Because what happened is we weren't paying ourselves.
Yeah.
When I first left, I had a bag. You know, I used to practice law. I always lived below my means, right?
Yes.
But what happened is when you ain't paying yourself, you're running out of money.
Yeah.
And then our lives also changed. So one of my boys who was a partner, he was like, yo, he's ready to get married, right? Ready to have
His
some
girl,
kids.
like his girl, his,
Other-
you know how that
other
woman
one-
be in the
yeah,
background,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
yo, we need to make some
And
money,
you're not
right?
making no money. People
Yep.
don't see the vision.
Yeah, they don't see it.
Right? Like what happened with the other one, they got bills to pay. You know, they got a nice, comfortable life.
Yeah.
And everybody ain't gonna be able to understand if it ain't paying, right? Like
That's fact.
I don't want a lot of years with no pay to get to a point at which you know you pay, you cover yourself, and then you actually begin to earn money on top of that, right? But that it wasn't overnight.
That's true.
And the good thing was, even though me and my partners had like a split, there was a similar mutual respect because they were on the front lines and seemed to grind with me, right? So it ain't like, and there was no hard.
So how'd that
feelings,
work
like,
legally? Did you just y'all dissolve that partnership?
Yeah.
So now you know,
Because-
are you the sole partner now?
Mhm.
Wow.
Because, but what happens is, you know, like, just out of respect, you know, when I'm able to get it up to the level, of course, you look back or whatever, because I wouldn't be where I'm at if not for them.
That's tough.
Right? Like, and that's that type of thing where you got to appreciate everybody's contributions.
Still go back and show love.
Yeah, it's
It's
just,
still
it's
your
just
family.
what you're supposed to
Are
do.
they proud of you?
Yeah, man, they still consult me. Like, things still happen today, and I'm like, yo, what are your thoughts?
Yeah.
Right? Like, should I move left? Should I move right? What do you think?
So they were real friends at first, and wasn't
One of them, yeah. One of them, no. But still. But what happened is, if you got a team and people are really like, they get the bigger picture. Like, you can't be mad because at somebody else because they're willing to take more sacrifice and take more pain than you're willing to take.
Gotcha.
Right? Like, and that's just real talk.
Right.
Like, you can't be upset. It ain't like they done gone off and then next day I done hit him. I done grabbed the bag and I'm running away and there was some slime ball shit. Like, it was never that. right? So like there was always a mutual level of respect.
Dope. And the packaging is real nice, people, very professional. On the same level as any condom that you would buy in the store. Just because it's black does not mean it's not professional. It is super nice.
You got a QR code on
It's
that?
everything.
Yeah.
Super nice.
QR code.
It's even 2021.
Coming in to do that.
Got the QR code.
What sizes? What sizes are the condoms?
Huh?
What sizes are these condoms?
So this one's our XL, right? So this is like 60 mm's like width. So that's roughly about 3 inches wide, about maybe 9 long.
Oh my gosh.
So you had to do your dick homework.
Yeah, you know, everybody got a gang of dirty dudes or whatever. Like, you gotta have product testing, right?
Oh my god.
Oh,
So
shit.
so what's the most size? What size is selling the most?
What's selling?
What's
Be
the hottest selling?
This right here.
Which is
The large. Our
Just the large.
So-
because what happens is people get intimidated by the XL, right? But they ain't no regular size dudes, so they're like, all right, let me go try the middle one.
So
Lifestyles, man.
No.
Them shits is tight as hell.
Some guys-
They ain't as durable.
And they pop. And these, all right. So what about pop? Pop.
Nah.
Though. Sometimes
No,
when you
the-
having hot sex and then the division break.
Yeah, nah. So one thing I will tell you, like ours are all triple tested.
Okay.
Right? So like they go through like a water leak test, which is, you know, what happens with condoms, you fill it up with water and you see at what tensile strength or whatever, it'll burst. And they do that by batch. Right? And then you have an air pressure test. They'll fill it up with air, right? And then they'll see at what level then that batch would ever burst.
Real condom
then-
stuff, man.
Yeah, this is all
Real
like,
condom
I can talk. And then the last part is they do an electronic pinhole test.
Wow.
So you ever see like them like X-rays or whatever, like you watch like that Mission Impossible or whatever with the little red lines.
Yeah.
It's the same. Every condom goes through that. And what that does, it spins around and it makes sure that there are no holes
Yeah.
that are undetectable to the human eye
Facts.
that people may not catch.
Oh yeah, because
Then after that-
ladies, no popping holes in the condoms to get pregnant by that guy.
Yeah.
None of that.
Say that again.
So because when I use condoms, like I know when guys they want to make sure they can actually feel the vagina. So these are really thin for them to actually feel it.
Yeah.
They can feel it.
Because basically, like you having raw sex, but you gotta protect. You have protection.
Don't like sex. Don't like condoms.
Yeah,
because
no. A lot of guys don't, but what I will say, it's the best thing. It's the closest thing that you can use to like not actually wearing a condom.
It's dope.
Yeah, like when people are not me or whatever, because they be like, "Yo, Jay, why you invest so much in your product, right?"
Yeah.
My margins aren't as good as like some of my competitors, and they got a lot more money. But I'm like, yo, I can't give my people a second-rate product,
Facts.
right? Because I'm like, what happens is my margins may be small, but I got a bigger,
And we
I got a
always,
bigger
and,
bump in the climb.
and not only that, we as black people are quick to judge us the hardest, even though we're trying to get out there.
Yo,
So the fact that you got to go over.
And you got to think like this is 10 years in. People can see the vision,
Yeah.
right? Like during the early years, no one wanted to take a risk. No one could see the vision.
I can't believe it. 'cause
Like
I
no
love
one would even want to support to be like this. Now it's like cool to be a black owned company.
Yeah.
I was that during that first phase, it wasn't cool at all, yo. People like that. Now's the first time I can actually kind of like come out and let folks know
That you black.
We here. We
Well, so
here.
for
Like, and
a
I'm
long
running
time,
this.
you were behind the scenes. You were
Completely
using
behind the scenes.
different
No,
races.
same brand, but I wouldn't. You would not see black owned on anything.
Facts.
Right? Like people wouldn't know. I just had to, and I would.
And that's a good
contrast on
thing.
Pricing, right? Like people would buy it because they're like, yo, the product is a lot better. But like, yeah.
So I got a
So
question.
you have.
I got a question. So
Yeah.
how is the Atlanta experience compared to where you come from? New York, right?
Yeah. Like
So-
I love the A.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, man.
Big condoms got you everywhere, right?
Yeah, he's at all the parties.
Life is good here, man. Like, you know, I can't lie. Like, you know. and
Name
it's
some
cool.
artists that you've been rocking with. Let's drop some names. Name drop.
Alright,
Who you been
alright.
rocking with this
So
brand?
no, like we're like Boosie definitely showed us love. K Camp showed us love.
Dope.
Pee
Wee.
You know, Young Blue showed
Yeah.
us love. Pee Wee Longway showed us love. Like Atlanta, just the overall community, man. It's different. Like
Yeah.
up north,
We support each other a lot.
Yeah, they support each other
Support a
so
lot
much
out
more out here, right? Like if they see you really out here, you're on your grind, you're doing your thing. Like if they can help, they'll help.
That's
right.
exactly right. That's
And
exactly right.
and I'm fortunate, right? Because I'm in a lane where I'm not stepping on anybody else's toes. Right? Like there's no conflict with me working with anybody because at the end of the day, we're about protecting the culture.
No.
And nobody else has a condom company that looks like it.
I'm proud of you, bro.
Right? So like
We got a lingerie party coming up, and I definitely
Yeah,
want you.
no. That's
Definitely
dope.
want you to come and
Yeah,
sponsor. That would be dope.
yeah.
Dope. Let me ask you this too. can people invest? Is there stock? Can people, partner up with you?
Yeah, so like we haven't taken on outside investment yet.
Okay.
I think it may be something that we're probably gonna look at. Like,
Those shares.
Ads. Yeah, nah, for sure. Because I think like what people don't know is, African Americans make up, or people of color make up about 40% of all condom purchases.
Yeah, that's big.
Right.
That's real big.
And you're talking about a real big market, $1 billion market.
I was gonna say, is it billion,
Yeah,
multi-billion?
Over $1 billion.
Wow.
Right. So like the back end of this, it can be. What I look at more so than anything is the opportunity to be able to put people in position to be able to change not only their generation but their kids.
Gotcha.
Right. Like, not only do I talk about like kind of how I'm able to build a team, but then I think about like how many trucking companies will be able to work with.
Smart.
How many and literally
This guy
think
did
about
his
a
real
whole-
research
a-
on
a-
how to be
ecosystem
successful.
built around economics.
Facts.
Right? And
How many families could you feed? That's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I like that.
And then like how many people can actually hold their chest up high, right, and be able to walk in every day knowing that they got something.
Has Dr. Dre got on you about the B? It almost looks similar to.
The funny thing was earlier.
Last question.
Real talk.
What do you think about that?
Earlier on, we had actually launched it. Here was the thing about not having capital and having capital.
Yeah.
Right? Like we launched around the same time as Beats did, about a few months.
Really?
They skyrocketed up, sold their company off, and we were still here like putting along, right? But back then we actually used to have it different. We used to have one loop.
Gotcha.
Right? And then they kind of came us legally and all of that. I know, even though I'm a lawyer, like shit, I can't battle with a whole like legal team.
Yeah, a whole team.
So I just decided to change my beat, kind of keep it a little bit different, and then we just went and rocked out from there.
Dope, man.
But yeah.
I'm loving it.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
loving
really
it.
nice.
Yeah.
Somebody
What you got,
wrote
France?
the package. No, I'm just looking at the package, and I'm just gonna
So,
make
yeah,
sure
you
I
see
use
we
some
got
of
that
these.
holographic
'cause
package.
Oh yeah, you mentioned
Because
that you
a lot
have
of
lube
times-
too, though. You do lube.
Yeah. So we do got lube. So if you come on, like if you go to, make sure if you're in Atlanta, definitely two things: go to a Walmart, buy the condoms, come support.
Support the
You
brand.
know, like that's at the end.
And we
it's kinda
need
like
that.
a record. It's kind of like a record.
You
launch,
don't know
right?
those other companies. You know this is black.
Yeah.
You see that in the
Yeah.
store. Support that B.
And it's good
For all
for your
nationalities,
vagina,
if you're watching this
ladies.
show, it's just an up and coming brand that's really good. I had sex with them one time, and they good.
Oh,
So
my
yeah,
God. Good.
and if you go to like bcondoms.com, you'll be able to see a lot of the other types of products that we got as well. Like so for the stores, we have our classic, our large, and our XL.
Mm-hmm.
But if you come and you buy it online, that's where you'll see like the snugger fit, the extra strength, the thin, the sensitive.
You gotta get that
grip.
sheepskin, bro.
Nah.
Do you have extra small?
Yeah. So we got snugger fit. So
Okay.
let me give you an example.
Because
right?
some people do have a
Our
strength.
XL is like 60. Our snugger fit is 49.
What that mean?
So like,
Okay.
Size.
so it's
Centimeters,
millimeters. So it's a little bit over an inch.
It's like the size of my baby toe.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I mean my big toe.
I'll give you the exact, but yeah, it's definitely a lot.
Hey,
smaller.
little guys gotta have sex
They
too.
gotta have sex.
And
I always wonder how do they get people pregnant?
And sometimes
Do they like run and then squirt or
She
something?
prefers smaller dicks, so
Yeah.
Who like that?
she likes small. Everybody got a thing. Everybody think they like.
Everybody got a preference.
Everybody got a
Big
preference.
fat.
Because she don't.
How big you like yours? Let's ask.
No, I like different sizes.
So-
I don't just want a 9-inch.
So
I like
that's
different sizes. Some days I might want
yeah,
a large.
that's it.
I seen a show.
Next week I might want a medium. But I don't want no extra small. Sorry, I'm sorry.
I was about to say, I seen a show when they ask girls that, and some of them say like, if I'm a marry him, I want a 7 in it. If I just want for one night, a 9 in it. Like,
Yeah.
I saw like that.
For what
show.
Yeah, I
my
don't want it to
experience,
hit
girls
my
like that-
stomach
the
my whole
thickness.
life.
They like that width. It's not
Yeah,
even about the length.
Yeah, as long as they know what they doing and got some good head.
Oh, all right.
Unless we having a one night stand,
Do
then
you
you
have
know.
the plastic for
Oh,
guys
the
to do
dental
oral?
dams?
To do,
No.
to do oral?
Yeah, those are the dental dams. At this, we don't have those yet.
Okay.
Sorry. There's a bigger market for that in the government side.
Wow.
Because but what happens is on the retail side, people like.
I don't use that shit.
Huh?
Nah, I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
no, you don't see them in stores.
Yeah.
Like you'll really be able to get them through like a community org or like a nonprofit or a clinic.
So let me ask you a health question. And this
Yeah.
has been a myth that's going around for years. And I ain't saying that you know
Yeah.
because you're an attorney and you
And-
sell condoms. But they said if you eat pussy, then you might as well don't use a condom. Is that true or false? Because they said if you eat the coochie, then you already ingesting every STD or everything you already got.
No,
so
like,
why are you putting on the condom? It's just a question. I'm not saying it's...
No. So let me say one thing. That's specific to the type of STD or how it's transmitted.
Okay.
Right? So like...
You heard that before, right?
Yeah, so like let's say that somebody has like herpes or whatever, right?
You can get that shit right all up.
Exactly.
You get out of that.
Oh, it's terrible.
You got warts and all that shit right there?
I'm just asking.
What's that?
Warts?
It's something on your
Genital
lip.
warts or whatever.
What's that on your lip?
You can get, what, 30? We good. Yeah.
Oh, we're already at
I
30?
probably got dry lip already.
We can
No,
go
you
longer.
just said all that stuff. I thought that was on your lip.
She caught me. I was like, what the fuck? Man.
So
Anyway,
but yeah, it all depends upon like the type of STD. Some of them can be transmitted from mouth to vagina or whatever, and others can't.
Dope.
Yeah.
Well, man, I'm super proud of you. You see it right here, B condoms. They are, where you say they are, the Walmart?
Yeah, you can
CVS?
find us in any Walmart around Atlanta, around Georgia.
Wow.
Coming
to the world.
Yeah.
Come to the world, man.
Yep. We're just getting started.
And we're super proud to have you on the G4 Elite show.
Nah, super proud of y'all having me
that
here.
is so dope that you came here and you dropped
Yes,
that
thank
game.
you for coming.
Appreciate
We
it.
finally got him on the show.
We've been working hard to get him on the show.
Yes.
I'm behind the scenes, man, so you won't see me and then I kind of just blend in or whatever. Some people.
Your colors were at Young Blues Party that was everywhere. Bro.
Yeah.
I don't even know. Were you there? Were you there?
Yeah.
Man, those condoms were everywhere at Blue
But
Party.
wait a minute, can I get my condoms back? 'Cause
No.
I see you put my stuff in your pocket.
I traded you the small one for the large one.
No, I'm gonna have to let him choose. But look, another question: why do some guys be like, I be like, put this condom on. They gonna be like, can you put this on? Why do you want to put your condom on you? Because he really don't want you to put it on. He want to go in there raw.
Yeah.
Funny, yeah.
Wow. All right, so where can they find you, or you just want them to find?
So you can find B Condoms on Instagram at B, just the letter B Condoms with an S. If you're in Georgia, you can find us at Walmart support, or you can find us at bcondoms.com.
Dope. People, where can they find you?
Man, look for me on Instagram, PRESISE101_stay on it.
France, where can they find you?
Hey, what's up? You can find me on Facebook and Instagram at officialqueenfrance_.
Nice. And you can follow the G4 Elite Show on Instagram at G4 Elite Show, on YouTube, G4 Elite Show, and Facebook, The G4 Elite Show. We got my man, B Condoms in the building, and my name is Measy Numbers. We out of here, man. Thanks for coming, bro.
Don't forget to strap up.
Hey,
Strap up.
No baby.
Strap up.
I got large.
I'm not babysitting y'all babies.
Yeah.
We can get